What is going on, everyone? We're back with the Miami Dolphins season 1, season 2 to 2020 season. And here's our lineup. We went through the draft last week. We got some good offensive linemen. We signed some rookie free agents like Sylvan because we drafted Stark. So, he's another solid rookie. Nothing big here besides Robertson, the wide receiver game, and big thing is we signed 2 undrafted rookie quarterbacks. I'm going to go with LaFell here for our starter and McKillop for our backup. So maybe some development guys. We still do have Luke Folk on the team, who, he might be slightly better than Killip, but we'll get Killip some playing time this offseason. As far as defense, we signed Felton. Our defense would stay the same. We picked up some guys in the offseason. We signed Zadarius Smith, and we drafted Marshall. And our corner we drafted isn't even cracking our top 5, so we'll see how that works out. Our special teamist and our specialist. So we got Balaj pretty much backing up every position, and then Drake's the starting and the third down back, and Peterson's our power back, so he should get some carries. I did put Morgan as the secondary slot corner, so that should get him a little bit of playing time. So I'm going to jump into the weekly training. I'm just going to play the training every week and see how it goes, and then follow that by we're going to simulate these preseason games, and then we'll get into the regular season week. I haven't looked at our full 4 weeks, the first 4 weeks, and see who we want to play. I don't know if it's going to be the Jets or the Patriots. We'll find out here shortly. So I will be back when training is done and we are into the game. And in preseason week 1, we take a loss to the Giants. Wasn't expecting a lot here. Eli threw for 3 picks. They got Nemo. He must have been he's their starter apparently. Didn't play a lot. The same with LaFell. It looks like McKillop didn't do. Let's 9 out of 27%. McKillop didn't do bad. He just threw 1 pick, though. We got no touchdowns here from us, so it must have been all in the run game. Looks Peterson had 3 yards of carry and got a touchdown. Balaj got 3.7. Drake only had 2.4. Maybe a defensive touchdown then. As far as receiving, Marshall Bush, the wide receiver we converted to tight end, had a great game. Albert Wilson, pretty solid performance. Dixon Robert, I think he was one of the undrafted guys who's way down on the depth chart. Somehow he got in for 46. And defense, they got 2 sacks. Marshall, our rookie, got 1. And Akeem Spence and Godchaks looks like they both combined it for 1. Interceptions, Jerome Baker had 2, and DeAndre Felton, the undrafted free safety, and Landon Collins had 1. Let's see if any of these were a defensive touchdown. No, so the only thing I can think of is kick returns, punt returns. It would be interesting to know how we got our second touchdown, because I only accounted for 1 touchdown for us. So there's 1. And defensive. No. And make 2 extra points. Kick return, no. Punt return, I don't know. So we'll come back and figure that out. Here we have an upgrade. We get to see who we're going to upgrade here. As soon as it loads. Adrian Peterson fighting some aging regression here. I already know he's not going to upgrade too much more. He's 34 years old. We'll fight the regression and just give him an elusive and get him up to an 80. And to the carrying, Juke spin. So Adrian Peterson, a couple more, and we'll be back next week. And here in preseason week 2, we get another loss. He put some good offensive yardage. So, I mean, I don't know who CJ Wheeler is, but he apparently picked us apart. Looks like Julius LaFell, I mean, didn't have a bad game. I mean, he threw a pick, but his numbers were pretty solid. Killip looked like he did terrible. And it looks like we kind of shut Mahomes down. I mean, this is preseason, so take it how you want. Rushing, Kenyon Drake got some yardage here. Balaj not great. Peterson not great. What did we put up? 17 points, so it's 2 touchdowns. So it looks like all came in the passing game. Who was the recipient? Albert Wilson with a big game here. Kenny Stills and Devontae Parker are pretty much our top 3 guys. Gesick had 2. Drake had 2 out the backfield. And a handful for some of our others. Defensively, Robert Quinn had 2 sacks, and Godchak had another 1. Interceptions, Fuller picked us off, and O'Donnell, and Minka Fitzpatrick got us an interception. So I don't think we had any upgrades. I'll see you guys in preseason week, at the end of preseason week 3. And here in preseason week 3, we actually get a pretty big win here. It looks like, wow, McKillop had a great, well, I mean, he threw for 4 touchdowns, only had 80 yards. Fell through for 135 with 3 picks. Yeah, I mean, McKillop, I don't know how much he played, but he got some okay. He didn't throw bad percentage. Drake and Balaj, not bad. Peterson's even up there with a great 5 yards of carry. And it looks like James Conner got us for 2. Receiving for ours, Balaj had 50 out of the backfield. Looks like Gesick and Marshall Bush both got touchdowns, along with Jakeem Grant and Robert Dixon. And then defensively, Darius Smith got us 2 sacks, 1.5 from Quinn, and half one from our rookie corner Morgan. And the interceptions, there was a lot this game. It looks like Mike Hilton, Terrell Edmonds, Coleman for us, Fitzpatrick for us, and TJ Watt for them. So now I have to make some roster cuts and stuff. So we will be back after the roster cuts are made and check in on the last game. Alright, so in preseason week 4, we took a final L. McKillop played solid. Chad Kelly. It looks like Russell Wilson got quite a bit of playing time. It was 0 for 11. Oh, no, that's 6. 11 for 14. Looked like Fell might have went down, and McKillop played the whole game, which is fine. Balaj put up decent numbers. Besides that, we couldn't do much. Jaron Grant got a touchdown. Dixon Roberts had a solid game. Doesn't look like there was like a whole lot of excitement. Looks like Harris and Marshall combined it. And for interceptions, there was none. So let's take a look at the preseason stats real quick, just for our guys. And it looks like, I mean, McKillop had a pretty solid preseason, but I think we're still going to roll with LaFell, just because LaFell, I think, has more upside, or at least more potential to get us some wins. Balaj put up 156 on the ground, but no touchdowns. Wilson Bush had a great game. Marshall Bush had a great preseason. Of course, our top guys and Jaron Grant got in there. Defensively, Coleman led us in tackles is not something that's great to see. For sacks, Robert Quinn and Darius Smith, and Marshall even got in there along with Godchik. And 2 for Baker, 2 for Fitzpatrick, 1 for Coleman, and 1 for Felton. So not terrible. Go to the transactions. I had to make a lot of cuts and moves. So here's all the guys we wound up releasing. And we moved a bunch of guys to the practice squad that I thought had some potential to stick around. So that's it for that. We do have an upgrade here. and it is Minka Fitzpatrick, which is really good. He's got 81 man, 79 zone, and I think we're going to go with his zone, of course, to try to get him schemes to fit. Doesn't look like that's going to happen, but he does get one to zone, tackling, play, net, rec, and awareness. So a little bit more balanced here for Minka, who's probably our top receiver. We had one new injury, and oh no, that's bad. Darius Smith, we signed him to a big deal this offseason. He partially tears his MCL. He's going to be out for 12 weeks. Well, I guess we can place him on IR, and we'll go find someone to pick up here in week 1 of the NFL season. So let me get there, and I'll show you who we wind up. So for Darius Smith, I know it's nowhere near his talent level, but it looks like I'm going to be picking up Morgan Fox, adding him to the roster, hopefully to help out with the pass rush. And we'll go adjust the depth chart real quick in the defensive end spots. Got Harris, Fox, and then right in just Quinn and Muhammad. So yeah, I think that's what we're going with. So in our first 4 weeks, I kind of want to say I want to see us get into, oh man, I don't know if I want the Jets or the Patriots. Let's do the Patriots because we're at home. So we'll send week 1, we'll get into the Patriots game and finish out the next couple weeks. So we will be back once the training is done, and we're in and show you the results of week 1. And on our opening game, we take a 4-point loss to the New York Jets, which I'm not terribly concerned about because 4 points, I thought we would have maybe lost by more. Looks like our rushing offense didn't do great. Julius Fells, 260 with 1 touchdown, but Darnold threw for 3. A couple sacks here for each team. A lot of throwing, and it looks like we completed 61, and they had 52. 7.6 attempt, not bad for Julius Lafell. Ingram put up 15 for 60, plus Burkhead came off for 9 for 42. And it looks like Drake had 40, and Peterson only had 16. So not great for our rushing game, but Drake did get a touchdown. Tight end Demetrius Harris torched us. Our tight end got some pretty good numbers too. Anunua got us for a couple. Parker had a decent game, and Robbie Anderson. Who got our touchdown? Was it Gesick? No. Our touchdown came from Jakeem Grant out of the back, off the bench. As far as sacks, Keem Spence got 1, Godchocks, and that was it. We only had 2. They sacked us 3, and there was no interceptions. So there's a loss week 1. We do got an upgrade point or 2 here. Just 1 for Allen Madison, who is our superstar center. It looks like finesse needs to be upgraded, and yeah, that's our archetype, so we're going to get him there. And so he gets his first upgrade of his career, with hopefully many more to come. Oh my god, look at that. 5 to pass block, 2 to awareness, and 5 to pass block. His pass block goes from an 80 to an 85. Does not show their, oh, it does show their awareness, goes to a 79, and pass block finesse went up by 1. So solid upgrades, and now we're going to dive into this week's game. Throw this clip in real quick. Adam Gase is still our coach. He's probably going to be the coach for this season. We're not going to do good, so we'll get into it next. And here we are, our home opening game at Hard Rock Stadium against the New England Patriots. Both teams are getting ready, and they are taking the field. Let's take a quick look at their depth chart so we know what ours is looking like. The reason I wanted to play this game is because it's AJ Tulloch's starting game. Tom Brady has retired. This is year one without Brady, so I really wanted to see that. James White and Sony Michel still really good. They still got Josh Gordon. Edelman's still there. They pick up Dante Moncrief and Jaron Brown. Gronk, yeah, he's going to be a problem. Dwayne Allen looks like he stayed. Their left tackle, their O-line is really good still. Right tackle, maybe we can expose that, but our left end is, I think, hurt. So they still got Chris Long and Cass. Trey Flowers is still here. Lawrence Guy and Danny Shelton. Kyle Van Noy. Bentley. Hightower. I don't know who was their middle linebacker last season. I thought it was Hightower, but apparently not. They still had Stephon Gilmore. They had not traded away Jason McCourty in this. Or, no, they did have Jason McCourty, and they should have Devin McCourty at safety. Yes. I was thinking they traded him to the Browns, and they traded and got him from the Browns. And Patrick Chung with Daron Harmon. So their lineup is still good, but we'll see what our Dolphins can do with the post Tom Brady era. And the kickoff goes for a touchback, and we are going to watch their opening drive. So they come to the lineup. Tulloch is now the man, the single color here. Big change over here in the AF. I don't know if I'm a fool, but I believe we're the AFC North. We're going to jump forward to change up possession. Tulloch, good completion on his first play. Draws back. It looks like they're throwing again. A dump off to James White. White, makes a spin move on two broken tackles, and finally gets Russell down after a good pickup. Tulloch moving his team downfield. Correction, we are AFC East, not North. So yeah, it's big changeovers in AFC East and two teams and their quarterbacks. Tulloch again out of the shotgun. Drops back, hands it off to White. Oh, we almost had him in the backfield, broke a tackle, and then wrapped up on the outside. I'm definitely going to need that. Phillips, our secondary safety. Definitely going to need to learn these guys' names. Looks like our right end is Quinn, I believe. And looks like an I formation. They move Gronk to the left. This looks probably going to be a run up the middle to the left, right where they moved from. And our linebacker gets in there and makes a great tackle on the play. And that would be McMillan. Great play by McMillan to get a stop. Adam Gase trying to get his first win of the season. We lost last week, and the Patriots also lost. Patriots back to the line. Looks like Tulloch's in the shotgun formation. James White to his right. Edelman in motion. Ball is snapped. Tulloch drops back. Fires Gronk wide open down to the 15-yard line. Tulloch right now is picking us apart. Our defense is not playing well. Our team is not playing well. And I think I have who we're going to play in the next 4-game session. I already picked out the team mentally. We'll see if it goes, but let's focus on this Patriots game. And Rashad Jones making a good tackle on Gronk. But they are still getting the chunks of yards on us. Tulloch 3 for 3 passing. Great debut here against the Miami Dolphins. And Miami's getting some runs. Tulloch throws it and hits the back of his offensive lineman. Incomplete pass, first of the day. Patriots come back out in a shotgun formation. This looks like Michelle to the left now. One shot me if this was a handoff with the middle. Let's hope we can get the stop. It is the handoff. And number 30 gets the stop. And that is going to be Coleman, our slot cornerback. Makes a great tackle on the play. 3rd and 10 on the 14.5-yard line. Tulloch stops, fires, and overthrows his receiver. 2 incomplete passes, and it looks like Miami is going to force the field goal. And now we're going to get our first look at our Miami Dolphins starting on the 25-yard line with LaFell in the under center, and it looks like that's going to be Drake. Handoff, stretch out to the left, gets some room, gets out about a 12-yard pickup first down. Only if 80 could have got that block there. It's a good run by Drake on the first play. Fell back under center. Hopefully we do a lot of handing off. I just don't have confidence in LaFell being a great quarterback. Only too many mistakes. Drake gets the ball, and he is wrapped up by 3 Patriots defenders. Gase apparently not happy with the blocking, but he fought hard and picked up the yard. It looks like empty set. LaFell drops back, quick throw, Gesick catches the ball, fights forward, and he's right close to the first down yard line. And yes, it looks like they gave it to him. Gesick's had a great game last week. Dolphins back to the line. LaFell under center, Drake in the backfield. They hand the ball off. Drake straight up the middle, gets about 2.5, and then gets hit down. Good stop there by the Patriots. Our O-line is a work in progress. We got a couple young superstars on the rise. Not superstars, a couple young, good offensive linemen that are young. Quick slant quick pass to the screen, and it goes backwards. Maybe forwards for a yard or 2. Back to the field right now. LaFell's averaging 5 yards per attempt, so it's not bad. He makes an audible at the line. Drops back. Scanning the field, great protection, slings a dump out the backfield to Drake. Drake gets the ball, makes a move, gets up to the sideline with a nice about 17-yard pickup there. Get them a first down. Miami's now moving down the field just like the Patriots did on their first possession. Both quarterbacks coming out with a lot of poise here under Monday Night Lights. LaFell gets the ball, hands off to Drake. Drake up the middle, gets about 7 more yards. So good running here for Drake early in the game. Cordy's already got 2 tackles, so we're putting some pressure on their secondary, having to make open field tackles on our running back. Handoff, Balaj, Drake must have needed a break. Balaj gets the ball and gets right back to the line of scrimmage. And Trey Flowers on the tackle. LaFell coming back to the line of scrimmage. Got a bunch to the left with, that looks like, Drake back in the backfield. Fell drops back, scanning pressure, throws it, dump off, and that looks like an incomplete pass. Just led Drake a little too far, so it looks like a field goal coming up. And we're going to come through here slowly and watch the Patriots, this little sim on their offense a little bit. It's like a 15-yard penalty against Robert Quinn on the first play, 1-yard rush by James White. 5-yard catch by James White, and an incomplete pass, so a quick punt here. Our defense makes a pretty solid stand. Devin McCourty knocks the pass away. Drake with a 3-yard run, 3rd and 7. And Drake with another 17-yard catch out the backfield. Van Noy knocking the pass away. 5-yard penalty against Shelton. LaFell throws the pass away. And then throws it away again, so both teams making some quick stops here. Looks like we got a sack there by Robert Quinn. We're going to hop back in here and check our defense, our defense back out. Sorry, flip fields kind of confused me for a second. Flip fields. Just got confused. So Tulik hands the ball off to James White. White up the middle of the field and gets a lot of that yardage back, giving them a nice 3rd and 6. Coming up. Miami's defense held strong on the last possession. Let's see if they can do something similar here. Tulik, shotgun formation, James White to the right. He's dangerous out the backfield. Gronk got a really big jump there and throws the pass, knocked away. Oh, almost intercepted. That's number 30, Coleman, who knocked the ball away to get us another stop. Adrian Peterson gets a 3-yard run. 3-yard run on the first play. And looks like Balaj is back out there in the backfield again. No, that is Drake. Sorry. Drake runs up the field, gets a nice 8-9 yard pickup there to give Miami a first down, averaging 5.5 a carry, running extremely well today behind this good offensive line who's young and building up. Bullock doesn't seem like he's had too bad of a game. He's had some throwaways, but nothing crazy from what we've seen so far. So LaFell back under. Hands the ball off again to Drake, wide open hole, tries to make a spin move, but they make a good open field tackle by Hightower, I believe that was. That was not Hightower. That was their middle linebacker who made that play. And LaFell back in the shotgun formation. Hand off to Drake. Drake trying to get some room, and 3 defenders collapse on him to tackle him after a short pickup. Bell now under center, 2 receivers to the right, 2 tight ends left. Drake in the backfield again. Drops back, looks, has to step right, makes a throw wide open as Kenny Stills. Great throw there. And Kenny Stills appears to be injured on the play, which is not good. He's our top receiver. 5 for 10 for LaFell. Like I said, not going to be an amazing quarterback this season, but he's a stopgap guy for this year. Fake, the corner comes on the blitz. LaFell throws downfield, hits Gesick in the hands, and Gesick just drops the pass. Hightower in coverage. LaFell actually put a nice throw out there. Just Gesick could not come down with it. Now we're going to see what we can do here on 2nd and 10. Twin tight ends to the right now. I'm not upset about the twin tight end sets, especially with Steelers now, because our number 2 tight end I would like to get on the field. And Drake probably gets back to the line of scrimmage. He's kind of slowing down, it seems like. LaFell, once again, needs a 3rd and long to make another completion. Let's see if he can handle this pressure. Drops back. They do a QB contain. He tries to step up, and he steps right into Flowers, and it looks like Lawrence Guy goes down with an injury. Probably going to send here negative yard by White until the 2-minute warning. 3-yard run by White, and an incomplete pass thrown away by Tulik. And it looks like the Patriots have to punt. 8-yard return. 12 from LaFell to Devontae Parker. And we got 5 more on a run from Drake. And then we get 4 more from Drake. And a 15-yard penalty, and I think we're going to jump into this game. We're down on the 13-yard line. Scoring position again. LaFell comes out under center with Drake in the backfield, drops back, looks fire scan, and wide open Gesick in the end zone for the touchdown, giving our Miami Dolphins the lead. Patriots come out on a 25-yard line, lining up, trying to work their way downfield here with a 2-minute drill coming up. The pressure comes around, and it looks like Robert Quinn gets us the sack. Quinn off the edge. Great pressure there by Robert Quinn. So now a 2-minute warning coming up. We'll see what New England can do inside the 2 minutes. New England coming back on the field. 2-minute warning after a 7-yard sack by Robert Quinn with pressure on the outside. We'll beat his man and got some pressure. What we need was Darius Smith being down for the season. Quinn again trying to get some pressure. Tulik stand tall. Find Moncrief, but Moncrief drops the ball. Make an adjustment at the line. Hoping to get something. They actually hand it off to James White on a 3rd and 17. And, oh, he takes a shot from the safety. Who gave him that kind of lick? That would be Jones. Rashad Jones coming up and laying a nice hit down. After the punt, Miami gets a penalty, and they got the ball inside the 46-yard line. So LaFell trying to get his team up by 2 scores before the end of the half. LaFell shotgun drops back. Oh, throws a pass and gets knocked away. Almost intercepted there. That was very dangerous. LaFell back to the line. Let's see what LaFell can do here. We're hoping he can get something. It'd be great if we can get a field goal. LaFell drops, fires, and knocked away again. And another dangerous throw could have been intercepted there by New England. He's just hitting the linebackers right in their hand. Phil comes back to the line for one more. Drops back. Shotgun. Looks like it's going to be a screen. Throws it. He has blockers. Drake makes a move. Gets a block. He's right there at the line. And I don't know if they're going to give it to him. Drake is injured, so Miami has to take a timeout. And it's 4th and inches. And we're going to have to check up on this injury from Drake. And it looks like the Dolphins are going to go for it here. They put Balaj in the backfield, I believe that is. Might be AP, but I'm pretty sure 27 is Balaj. Throw the ball, quick slant, Jaren Grant, and gets the 1st down. After a delay of game, LaFell just couldn't get the snap off. And I think Drake might be coming back in. He only had some muscle cramps there. So LaFell drops back, shotgun plenty of times, overthrows his receiver out of the backfield. So LaFell off accurate again. I mean, he hasn't had a bad day, but he hasn't had a great day. And this time, it definitely looks like Drake is back in the game. LaFell drops back, looks over the middle, quick pass. Wilson gets the catch, and there's 30 seconds left on the clock. And Miami does not be looking to hurry the ball up. They might be settling for 3, or they're just trying to end this on a. Trying to end the quarter here and not give New England any kind of possession with time they have. Quick throw out the backfield. Drake catches the ball and gets tackled. Great play out in space by Van Noy, it looks like. Miami takes their timeout with 10 seconds, 4th and 4. They're probably taking the field goal from here. Make the field goal, and we get a kickoff. We're here into the next half. We're going to watch the opening half drives. 15 yards to Grant, and incomplete pass, and then 5-yard run by Drake. 3rd and 5, another throwaway, and punt for a touchback. James White gets a 6-yard run. Another incomplete pass for Tolek, and an incomplete pass again, 4th and 4. The offense is stalling out here. Kenyon Drake, 3-yard run. Another 3-yard runs with Drake. Quick pass there. Devontae Parker for 9 more. LaFell throws an incompletion and another throwaway. He's just not making mistakes, but not making plays either. James White gets a negative 3-yard run. 28-yard. Oh. Maybe we got a safety there. It looks like we pick up a safety and they have to punt the ball and give it back to us. Van Noy knocks the pass away. A 15-yard penalty against McCourty. This is not Patriots football. LaFell throws it away again. Another 1-yard run and another 8-yard catch. And it looks like it's going to be 4th and 1. And we punt the ball 36 yards. And gets a 5-yard run to get them out of the end zone this time and not take a safety. Another 3-yard one by White, and he picks up 3 more to get the first down. 5-yard penalty here, 1st and 15. A 2-yard run. Throwaway. They got to get out of danger here. And an 18-yard completion to Josh Gordon. White going back again. And then Josh Gordon picking up 25. Right now, Josh Gordon is burning us. Another 11 for Gordon. And a 10-yard penalty on the Mason. 7 more to Gronk. And then 3 more to White. 3rd and 10. And Justin Coleman knocks the pass away, stalling their possession out. They take the touchback. We're going to watch some 4th quarter action here once we get there. Trey Flowers gets a sack on LaFell. Followed by a 5-yard run, and we're here into the 4th quarter. We'll pick up after this possession. 3rd and 9, and we throw the ball away. Defensive possession here, and watch the New England Patriots offense, see how our defense plays. So Tulloch drops back, looking downfield, steps up, able to run. He is a scrambling quarterback. He picks up 9 yards. They try to strip the ball out there. Number 21, who is Morgan, our rookie. So Morgan gets in the game. He tries to get a strip. He gets a tackle. 2nd and inches. We do have to be careful because Tulloch is a scrambling quarterback. He has the ability. Drops back, quick pass. Edelman over the middle and gets taken down. He's 9 of 19. Not great numbers here for Tulloch. So this might be a down year for the AFC East, and with the Patriots not having Brady in an open division. Tulloch back, hikes the ball, drops back. White sneaks out the backfield. He looks over that way, throws a pass, and Julian Edelman makes a fantastic catch around the cornerback. Minka Fitzpatrick. He laid out, and Tulloch just put it in the right place. Patrick's a long corner, so to make that completion is amazing. And Tulloch now back at the backfield. A lot of James White. He drops back, looking downfield, looking still scanning, steps up, throws, gets hit, and there's an incomplete pass. Great breakup. Great breakup by, looks like McMillan again, number 55. Is he our middle linebacker? I believe he is. Double running back in the backfield, bunch. 2 receivers on the right, drops back, throws, dumps it off to Edelman. Edelman fights, gets the first down, and gets down to that about 7.5-yard line. So they got 1st and goal at the 8. Edelman has 4 catches for 62 yards. Good game for Edelman. Josh Gordon up top. He's been burning us. We really have to be careful here. They've got the weapons. Looks like Dwayne Allen's in and Gronk is out. And they still got White in the backfield. It's a draw play. White walks up and takes a hit right as he gets to the end zone, and that's a touchdown. Just could not get there in time to prevent the touchdown from James White. Now Miami's offense steps back out onto the field. We're going to see what we can get going here. We only got a 5-point lead. We need to get a touchdown to make this a 2-score game again. Field goal will make it a little bit more challenging. Fakes the ball, dumps it off to Drake out the backfield. Drake fights and gets about 1.5 yards. That's close call because LaFell almost got sacked there, but he was able to dump it off in time. LaFell now only 4 yards per attempt, not having a great game today. Uh, Kenyon Drake has 5 catches for 43 out of the backfield. Looks like a play action. Stops, looks, throws downfield. And Devontae Parker goes up between 3 Patriots players and comes down with it. LaFell 17 of 13. It's a 45-yard reception. He's only got like 130 yards and a touchdown, but what a play there by Devontae Parker to go get the ball for LaFell. LaFell, now he's got the team rolling. Handoff up the middle. Drake picks up about 6 yards on a run. 20 runs for 76 yards. Moving the ball efficiently. 2nd and 4. LaFell comes to the line. Yeah, looks like they bring a safety down there. 1 safety deep, but we're stacked at the line. Play action. The safety gets through. Patrick Chung gets a sack. Lost about 7 on a play. And that is going to put them in a pretty tough situation with about a 48-yard field goal from here if they pick up no yards. And so LaFell needs to get him a little bit closer without taking too much risk. Drops back, slings it downfield, puts it up, and overthrows his receiver. I believe that was Wilson on outside, and LaFell just put it out of the end zone. I'd rather have him put it there than in the line of play where someone else can make a play on it. Field goal is missed by Sanders. This is a huge change of events. We're definitely going to have to jump back. Sanders missed a field goal, and now New England has the ball with good starting field position. Pull it out of the shotgun, drops, about to scramble, stops, pulls it back, throws downfield. Moncrief just burns our defense. And one play, New England now has the lead over our team. Go for 2, and it looks like they get it with Edelman. Miami has the ball, 3 timeouts, down by a field goal, and time for them to try to move downfield and see if they can win this game for us. LaFell drops back, scanning, throws, fires, makes a catch, great play, and that's a first down, 8 out of 35 for 210 and a touchdown. Not great numbers for LaFell, but I mean, he's making some plays. He's not making mistakes, which you would kind of expect for an undrafted quarterback. LaFell rolls right, tries to go get some ground. Hightower wraps him up, but LaFell actually picks up 2 on the play thanks to the wraparound tackle. And LaFell now, I'm not sure how quick LaFell is, if he's got good speed. We'll have to check that out here soon. LaFell comes to the line, shotgun formation, Drake in the backfield. And they're looking, they snap the ball. LaFell drops, flicks it to Drake out of the backfield. Drake wide open, going down the side, tries to put a move on Patrick Chung, but Patrick Chung makes the tackle there. Great open field tackle. And LaFell is moving this team down. We're almost in field goal range again, and I mean, but we need a lot more yards. We missed a 48-yard field goal on the last possession. 3 minutes winding down. LaFell shotgun drops, throws deep, wide open, and interception by one of the McCourties. I believe that is Justin McCourty. It is, who picks off LaFell. Big time mistake nearing the end of the game. Now we've got to hope to get a stop here on defense. There's 3:19 left. New England has the ball, but I mean, LaFell just made a huge mistake. And Tulik drops back, looking to pass, falls almost to his end zone, decides to take off and run. He scrambles, he got some space, and it looks like we finally make the tackle after about a 9-yard pickup. Like I said, Tulik can run. We've got to be careful for that. Tulik back out there, back out in the backfield. Looks like Sony Michel, they're going to hand the ball off up the middle. I seen that coming, and our safety comes down and make a play. Maybe that wasn't our safety. I think it might have been Fitzpatrick. It was. Minka Fitzpatrick makes the play. Should be playing safety, but we're really thin at corner, and it makes sense for him to play corner right now. And we hit the 2-minute warning. We have to get 3 straight stops for us to be able to get back into this game. When New England comes back out, they have the ball on about the 28.5-yard line, trying to get a first down to ice this game. New England gets the ball, handoff up the middle. James White gets a couple and gets taken down after about 5-yard pickup. Timeout, Miami. Hoping that we can get a stop here in the middle of the field. I mean, we got Marshall, who was a run-stopping defensive tackle on the draft. Let's hope it pays off and he can make a play here And they hand it back off to White up the middle, just untouched. He picks up about 6.5 yards, and Miami burns another timeout. I mean, if we make a couple of stops, no, I'm pretty sure this game is over. I mean, they're going to be able to run the clock down to almost nothing. And here we make a great play. We get in the backfield, and Miami uses their last time. Baker, who seems to be down on the defensive line at defensive tackle, which I'll have to look into that on why he's down there. Yeah, 56 or 58, one of them. He's down there at defensive tackle, which is probably why we gave up those runs so easy. I'm going to have to check the depth charts. They try to run again with White and McMillan, and it looks like Smith, our other defensive end, I think his name is Smith, are there to make the stop. I mean, if we make a stop here, we'll get the ball back with like 15 seconds, if that. White with the ball, McMillan, and it looks like that was, and Baker goes and makes the final stop. They'll punt the ball. They actually punt it pretty quick. I think that's a problem. And he boots it all the way to a touchback. So we've got to go 80 yards. Well, we don't have to go the full 80 yards. You've got to get a couple big plays here in 26 seconds. And then kick a field goal. So it's all up to our undrafted rookie quarterback, Julius LaFell, to see if he can help Miami get their first win on the season. So LaFell coming out has to make some plays now. He threw that costly interception in the red zone and would set up this New England drive to burn all this clock. LaFell in the backfield, drops back, scanning the field, doesn't see anything, decides to scramble. He gets enough for a first down. He's at the 40, up to the 43-yard line, but he stays in bounds and gets hit. Now they have to rush to the line and either spike the ball or make a quick play here. It looks like they're going to just go for the spike and then maybe throw a Hail Mary. He's got to hurry up and snap this, and that's a spike. Terrible clock management by the rookie quarterback to stay in bounds and take a tackle instead of going out of bounds. He could have saved them about 8 to 10 seconds there if he would have ran out of bounds instead of getting tackled at the 43. So it looks like it's all coming down to this. Can probably be a Hail Mary pass here in the last 5 seconds of the game. LaFell drops back, throws it quickly, and it is knocked down, and that's the end of this game. LaFell, the rookie, just cannot overcome the New England Patriots. So we take a 3-point loss here. Neither quarterback played amazing. Decent yardage, 50-ish% completion. The only difference is Tulloch did not throw the interception, and LaFell did. LaFell threw the costly interception down late. 20 rushes for 76 here by Drake, and looks like White got some numbers. Tulloch kind of scrambled on us. LaFell got some yardage in the run, and Peterson only got a carry. Receiving wide, Drake did decent out the backfield. Parker had a big play. Edelman did good. Gordon burned us on a couple big plays. And Gesick had our only touchdown, with the others being Moncrief on a 162-yard shot. Defensively, Robert Quinn had 1.5 sacks. Their rookie Claret had a sack. Flowers had a sack. Patrick Chung and Howard joined in with Quinn on the half a sack. And we threw the interception to Justin McCourty. After last week's loss, we get an upgrade here for Kenyon Drake. So Drake's going to get his first upgrade. How old is he? He's only 25. His ratings aren't bad here. I know he's an elusive back, but I do like to try to balance these guys out a little. So I'll probably go like 2 into elusive, or 1 into power, and 2 into elusive. 1 into power, then 2 into elusive, just to kind of slowly round them out, or not even just power, just their lowest trait. 1 break tackle, 1 to stiff arm, and 2 to trucking it was. So a little bit better, not great. He's not going to be an amazing power back probably in his career, but I do like to try to balance him out. We have a couple players ready to Redskin game. At home, Miami gets their first victory, putting up 370 yards. The ground game finally really stepped up, which is good for our rookie quarterback. LaFell, 2 touchdowns and a pick, but Smith also threw that interception and only threw for 200 yards. Completion percentage a lot better this week at 75. Took 3 sacks, though. Drake put up 57. Peterson came in and got us 35 more, and Balosh came in with 23. So a little bit of each running back getting some touches. Devontae Parker had a couple, a lot of catches. Gesick gets our 2 touchdowns, and we give it up to Reed, and Doxson gets us pretty solid. Besides that, a bunch of smaller numbers. Kenny Stills not really making a big difference. Bush gets 2 catches for 30 yards from our tight end. Defensively, Harrison gets a sack. I think that was our only one, and we got sacked 3 times by Jonathan Allen. Interception goes to Xavier Howard, and Ryan Shazier. I know Washington put out a lot of money this offseason. So we'll be back with the Bengals. So for us being a quarterback needing team this season, we are in a good situation because there's a lot of first round quarterback talent. And what I really like is there's a lot up here on the board. Like if you look at Audric, solid throw power, his accuracies are decent. Same with Mendoza, good throw power, accuracies are solid. I'm throwing a run, that's probably not one you want to see up there. And then we probably have my favorite here, Reed Winslow. Apparently I can't read. Reed Winslow with good throw power and great accuracy out of Pittsburgh. So being a needy quarterback team and probably having the worst quarterback in the league right now, we're definitely going to probably be contending for the top quarterback. Another solid one here with Kevin Harrell, who all these quarterbacks seem to be pretty young coming out. Schefflinger here, not as good, throwing under pressure is up there. These guys, they have decent, Roman would be better, I think, than Henson, but Henson looks, we don't know his accuracies, so probably Raphael Roman over him, but I'm definitely favoriting probably Reed Winslow, followed by Audric, Harrell, Mendoza, and then I'll go Roman as of now. A shocking victory. We absolutely blow out the Cincinnati Bengals. Looked like, no, never mind. McKillop probably got him for like a fake field goal. LaFell had a solid game. Dalton's struggling again. That's been a problem in his career. No sacks this game. And decent numbers here for LaFell. Nothing amazing, but solid. Balaj got in. Drake got in for 40 apiece. AP even came in for 40. So all 3 were running back. Doing kind of a running back by committee, and Peterson gets the touchdown. Receiving, Devontae Parker gets the yardage. He's just not getting the touchdowns. Wilson, really good game from him. Gesick has been on fire this season. And then probably the tight end on the fake field goal goes and gets a 2-yard touchdown. Defensively, we see no sacks, which is bad because that's why we got Darius Smith. And our interception comes from TJ Green, the starting free safety. And following up that, we are just going to upgrade this player. I don't know who it is, and then we'll probably come back next episode. And it's our right guard. I told you this guy is going to be an absolute stud because he's the superstar potential. He's already upgraded twice before even our center with quick potential hasn't even gotten one. So I think it was good to put him at guard because I think that's a little bit more important. Looks like our run block is kind of lackluster here now, so we'll probably just go agile again, even though our run block finesse is bad, but we're going agile just because that's our scheme, and scheme fit, I think, for a young guy like him, even though he's developing so fast, it's going to be a big importance. So he gets to agile. He doesn't go up by a point. He gets 1 to pass block, 2 to pass block finesse, and 2 to run block. So that run block finesse just not willing to budge for us, but he gets a lot better. We drafted him. He was probably like the 18th already, or 19th, 20th ranked guard in the league. So solid draft there for him. And he gets his upgrade point. So next week I'll probably look into contract negotiations with Laramie Tunsil and we'll get into thinking the Browns game. I really want to see the Browns and see how Baker Mayfield and them are doing in our next episode. So thank you guys all for joining. Please leave a like, leave a thumbs up if you can. LaFell, our quarterback, doing pretty solid here. So leave a like, leave a thumbs up, and we will be back next week to finish out another 4 weeks. We'll end after the Colts game, but we'll sit in on the Browns game as we are 2-2 on the season. Thank you guys for watching.